This KFAN podcast is sponsored by Builders and Remodelers, exclusive Twin Cities provider of Elements Windows. Get the highest quality windows at unmatchable value. Visit buildersandremodelers.com for more details.
Try to get caught up with a short segment. Then we're going to do the 520 Sports Fix. Kessler's disappeared anyway, so we can get to Kessler 5:30ish or so. I think that will.
And if he comes back, we'll just put him on the fix.
Yeah, that's an idea.
Yeah, if he comes back, you can just put him on with
that's
the fix.
That's true. That wouldn't be. He's not shy about that. He's not shy about any of his involvement. A couple things I did want to mention from a housekeeping standpoint, because we've not talked about the huge array of T-shirt options and hoodies and caps. We have, over the decades, I think, grown that pretty dramatically. So the range is great. It's just around the corner to our right. Most of you know that already. We have, I guess, maybe a gamble, one could say, with one of the shirts we went with, because one of ours is corn sweat related. And the danger was this is a relatively new bit, and so is it established enough for people to enjoy it? The other thing is, I think in the wording, it's like, did I survive the corn sweat at the State Fair as if it's going to be beastly hot? And it doesn't seem like it's going to be beastly hot. In fact, supposedly this is the last warm day, and the rest of it, starting tomorrow, is like upper 70s. And then I think by Sunday, when I'm on during sermons, there's like a 40% chance of snow flurries.
Yeah,
it's going to be so
right.
chilly. So,
but when people tell their kids about it, it will have been 110 degrees.
True. They could lie.
We can all make things up from the past. And someone was just asking me, a couple of friends of mine stopped by, and they said, is this hot for day one? I said, I'll be honest, I have no idea.
Yeah.
They all run together after a while. I'd like to say, well, 2012, it was this.
We've had a lot hotter days.
Oh, for sure.
Definitely.
Yeah, this has been intermittently hot.
Intermittently hot.
Yeah.
And then our other shirt is from the what's the other shirt we have?
From the Dong Show to the Gong Show.
The Dong Show to the Gong Show, which has already been available via the site, but it's out here as well.
And they're both selling very well.
And the corn sweat one looks good. I mean, they both look good.
Great color.
The corn sweat one's good, and I know the Twins appreciate the other one.
Yep.
But again, they're in a tough position because they lost again during the day. We'll maybe give you some. Were you going to give any details on that?
I was going to bring it up.
Yeah.
For the record.
Not a lot of details.
I didn't see a second of it. I was here, and I wasn't dialed in. I wasn't going to Ballpark Cafe to watch it.
Let me also remind you, tomorrow, it's a 2-hour show because the Vikings' final preseason game is tomorrow night on the Fan. So we will be on from here 3 to 5.
Yep.
Andrew Zimmern is at 4 or 4:15?
He's scheduled for 4:30, hoping that he can be here at 4:15.
Okay.
Yeah.
And for right now, I guess the only other guest, and she's nervous about it, but I still think we should do it, is Lori Fisher is going to join us at 3:30.
I think she needs to.
Yeah, she does.
Because we got to get over at some point her
once
nerves.
A year might not be enough for her to get over her nerves. That's the problem.
Well, I had some advice. I was in there yesterday, and I had some advice for her that she needs to stop treating the KFAN booth like it's one of her Surge Cycle classes that she needs to pump up. Because she comes in here and she's just all like, she's just on fire of how's the crowd?
Yeah.
And she's clapping and all the TV insincerity.
It's TV. It oozes over.
Just talk.
Yeah.
You don't have to yell at us to tell us to get our incline up on our bike.
Converse.
Yes.
Just have a conversation
with your buddies.
Say, it's not that difficult.
So that was the advice I gave her yesterday.
Not bad advice.
We'll see if it happens.
I don't know if she's capable.
I know, because she gets in front of the crowd and feels like she has to yell at them.
So we expect her tomorrow. And then somebody was asking me earlier about Royce, and I have to text him. I don't know if he's even out here much. He's not scheduled yet. We can certainly try to make it work. We love having him. So I don't know. I'll do some insighting on that for sometime perhaps next week as well. Is that Old Dominion rehearsing right now?
I'll be honest, I don't know. It could be Yam House.
Yam House?
Yam House is the opener.
The opener?
Yeah.
Yam House, you say?
Yeah, I do.
Also country?
I don't really know what they do. I see them a lot, but I don't listen to them much.
Interesting. I don't know one for the other, but I'll take your word for it.
It is funny how every year we are just drowned out by the ear check.
It is remarkable.
You think you'd get used to it, but you never do.
5:20 Sports Fix is coming up next. The Vikings searching for a new wide receiver. Where's that going? Get to a couple of other stories, and then prepare for Pat Kessler. Stay tuned from the fair.
Just in case you missed it, it's the top 5 sports talkers of the day. Now, it's time for Dan Barreiro's Top 5 at 5. Brought to you by Gutter Helmet of Minnesota. Never clean your gutters again. Learn more at gutterhelmetmn.com.
We are back from the great Minnesota get-together, as we like to call it. Fan stands presented by Mesh, Besher, and Spence. We've had a pretty good crowd most of the day. It's winding down a little bit, but I'm guessing when word spreads throughout the fairgrounds that Pat Kessler is about to join the show,
yeah, things change.
The mad dash to our grandstand location.
Listen to the crowd.
They absolutely can't get enough of you.
How about that?
I don't know. We didn't even prompt it.
It's like the Beatles in 1965 with the women.
Put your headset on so we can talk to you.
Not quite like that.
So you were at Met Stadium for the concert, weren't you?
I was. You
were the farm boy.
Yeah, I was on the farm. What was it in September? It was in August, correct?
August or September? You're right.
Yeah, no, we were harvesting.
Oh, listen to you.
Am I wrong? Anybody here from a farm? I mean, of course, you're working the farm.
A lot of shrugs.
60 years
could
ago
not.
today.
Yeah, we could not get down. When I was 20,
You're too busy.
I was 20 years old. So
yeah, you and Paul McCartney.
I thought that was very interesting, though. All of the things. I want to be the cop who rousted
How about that?
Paul McCartney with a young girl. She was 21. I know.
There was no reason for any of it.
No.
Yeah,
is what we're learning.
It basically was. We think these mop tops are gonna basically poison our youth, and we're never going to be able to get them back. And by the way, that's pretty true.
Well, it is. And what Paul McCartney told the cop was, wait till the Rolling Stones get here.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah. Wait till they end up in Excelsior.
Yeah, that's it. Remember that?
Yeah.
You were there for that, too, weren't you?
Yeah, it's just wild.
Yeah.
It's all just wild.
Crazy.
So I heard somewhere, and I don't know if it's true, and I didn't listen. I never listened to the show.
I don't blame you.
So I
barely do it online.
I did not hear if Bream talked about this. Did they find the police officer who rousted them and interview him later? It sounds to me like that's...
I don't think they did.
I don't think we ever did. I don't think anybody did because we combed it pretty well through the archives
several years
once we learned about the original.
We're gonna find that
and heard the audio that he gave to some reporter. That
because we played the audio. It was tremendous. It was as good audio as we've ever played. It's basically that
And he sounded like a guy in the '60s. A straight man here, and I'm the inspector, and I just don't appreciate what they were doing in our town with our girls.
Yeah, that was basic.
He sounded exactly.
Leave our girls alone.
Right here in River City.
Exactly. Yeah. Capital T.
Yeah. I think we tried to find
oh God, that's
his
hilarious.
granddaughter or something.
I did a deep dive on the Dwyer family.
So a few years ago here, a young woman walks up to me with her husband, and they are the grandchildren of the woman in the Open of My Open, where I don't trust Obama. He's
Really?
Yeah.
They're proud of it, or just wanted to get it for the record?
They wanted it on the record.
Yeah. They're not like that.
And right away, I followed them around the fair to try to get them to, bring me to your grandmother. But I'm interrupting your fantastic
trying to top
show
5
here.
at 5.
Yeah,
which it's a little late because I got behind schedule with Bream. But what do we want to start with?
Well, on the Vikings front, there's really not much.
We didn't get a receiver yet?
Nope, not yet.
What are we waiting for?
They're on their way. Probably, I don't know if it's for cuts. I don't know if they're still working trades. The general consensus, so they did make the Harrison Phillips trade official and had very glowing statements from KOC and Kwesi, because you have to, right?
Yes.
Because we love people, we love collaboration, and we want to be our authentic selves. And so they both said they love Harrison and wish him well with the Jets. But they're on their way to Nashville right now, probably as we speak, because they've got preseason game 4, but nothing on wide receivers, except that people do agree that they are trying still, and including with the picks that they got yesterday for some type of package potentially, and the trade opening up some money.
Did you see the video of what's the name of the first name's K?
Kay Adams.
Kay Adams asked
Yes.
She got a one-on-one with KOC yesterday.
Yep.
And asked him the Adam Thielen question. And a lot of people are interpreting the big smile
Yes.
on KOC's face as meaning,
Including her.
he knows. I don't think that's just the way KOC is.
Yeah.
And then because the answer he gave was very generic. It was he did a great job. He's doing a great job there, whatever. So I wouldn't be surprised if they end up with him, but I don't think we got this massive clue on the basis that I think this interview was some kind of a breakthrough. I mean, she asked the right question, but I don't think he gave out any sort of hint that, oh God, this is it. You're onto something. How did you know? How did you figure it out? Everybody's been talking about Adam Thielen.
Kessler, be honest. How many times have you texted to the Bradshaw and Bryant KFAN text line 64686? What about Adam Thielen, the Minnesotan? What about bringing the Minnesotan home for the Vikings?
Well, I thought it was a vote, so you can do it multiple times. And why not? And his big smile, of course, it's very disarming. Very handsome guy, disarming with a dimple.
Yep. With a dimple.
And so you can tell if it's real or not. I think it's real.
Well, there's still time.
I think it's real.
And there's still time. I mean, you got the preseason finale tomorrow.
You've got cuts. You've got all.
There's a lot of options. I will be surprised if there's not another receiver in here. I don't know if it's going to be him, but I think you're going to see some. And it's not like it's going to be I don't think it's going to be a huge name.
Right.
I think it's just going to be somebody who's caught a few passes enough to where he might be able to hold things together for at least the first 3 weeks, and then maybe become the number 3 wide receiver once Addison comes off suspension.
Final preseason game tomorrow night right here on the Fan. That's why we're out at 5 o'clock. Twins lost today 8-3. They got swept by the Oakland A's.
Were you there, Kessler? Did you go to any of these games? What a fraud.
How many more
You're
games
the guy
do you
who
have?
always says, I hang with them.
Well, I think they're going to be a great team next year.
Oh, my God.
I do. I think they have the basis
You're not going to get any money from Joe Polk.
I'm telling you, they have the basis for a team here.
They do?
They do.
In what year?
Well, next year, maybe the year after, but I think they're going to make some moves. We need a bullpen. I mean, I've watched
trade Joe Ryan.
Watched the last 2 games, and I didn't watch today, but the last 2.
Today was embarrassing.
They're not going to trade Joe Ryan.
It's the rumor.
Well, I know that yesterday seemed very irritated.
He did, yeah.
Very.
Do you blame him?
No, I don't. I don't blame him at all.
I don't have any.
Do not blame him.
Yeah, it's not pretty. Were there any? But there's not been enough. I mean, we've got the T-shirt, I think, for people to vent their rage here, but I don't think there's been much disruption out there. And when I say I'm not asking for people to throw stuff on the field, I'm just saying even after that first day, no chance. The signage doesn't seem to be that big of a deal. Are we that? Maybe people are that disinterested.
I think that's it.
Maybe that's what it is. They're past being raged.
Yeah, which is not a good place.
No, that's the worst place. Apathy, Kessler, as you know, is much, much worse than rage if you're running a professional sports franchise.
I don't even care.
That's it, and that's saying something.
Oh, wait.
When you don't care, that's saying a lot, right?
How about the night that, speaking of one of us.
Are you going to get? You said you're going to buy from the Dong Show to the Gong Show T-shirts.
Well, I am told that it is one of the best
selling like hotcakes.
Yeah.
The rumor.
Yeah.
He's going to wait till next year when we give it to him for free.
That's a good point.
Yeah, he's going to wait till next year.
Yeah.
I got a gift package today, everybody, from Justin and.
Well, it's technically Lil B.
No, it's Nick and Zach. And
I see.
It's the KFAN team.
Just out of appreciation for what I do.
The fair team.
They gave me a gift package.
Well, no, we actually gave John Bream a bigger one.
Yeah, that's fine.
You're okay with that?
That's fine, but
okay.
it includes a T-shirt from last year. So this is last year.
Well, it's not like
and it's very nice.
Somebody didn't wear it all. They didn't wear it all year and return it.
This is your State Fair T-shirt leader. Very nice, isn't it? From last year. Thank you. I mean, that's very nice.
How ungrateful.
I know. I really appreciate it.
My God.
They're just trying to show some appreciation.
You know what you need to
totally.
You know what you're starting to lose a little bit of is that fake TV sincerity.
No,
because the fake TV guy would have said, "Oh, this is wonderful.
This is great."
Well, now it's coming back.
I love it.
Yeah,
it's like riding a bike for you. The hat's nice. I think that's from this year. And if not, how would you ever know? It looks good.
The script writing on the hat is
well, they all look good on me, but yeah.
That's a nice.
You going to wear that hat a week from tonight? Against Buffalo or the other
Buffalo,
ones?
I mean,
how many hats have I given you?
Already planning next week, and we can talk about that later.
We will.
Yeah.
Real quick, see what Paige Beckers did last night?
No.
The Hopkins native, 17 of 21.
Ooh.
The first player in WNBA history to shoot at least 80% from the field while scoring 40 or more.
Wow.
She scores 44 points. You want to know the depressing part?
What's that?
Her team lost.
Yeah.
81-80 Kelsey Plum.
I want to pass the ball every once in a while.
That was one of those things where Twitter kind of alerts you to something going on,
right,
and then you turn it on. I mean, she was ridiculous.
Yeah, well, I think we talked about it. I felt she has a chance to be ridiculous.
Yeah.
She's got to get better players around her and just figure some things out. Meanwhile, Caitlin Clark, now there's a new injury. Did you see this?
I didn't.
Now, allegedly during her rehab, she tweaked her ankle. I think her career might be over. This whole thing's coming apart in year 2.
Kind of along those lines, the other thing I didn't mention was that in the third quarter, after she hit the 40-point mark, Paige Beckers stopped the game, grabbed the microphone, and thanked all the WNBA players that came before.
Does that include Caitlin Clark?
It included Caitlin Clark. Just because she wanted, before anybody got too crazy, before anybody gets too mad that I'm taking over the league here,
there you go.
I want to make sure I can thank everybody that came before. I thought that was a nice touch.
Sweet.
Minnesota nice.
Yeah.
Minnesota nice. So there you go.
All right, that's it. That's enough for now. 520 Sports Fix. Kessler is around. If you have questions for him, tweet us, Dan Barreiro, KFAN. And we'll try to keep that in mind. Lots to get to, including some breaking news in the city of Minneapolis regarding the mayoral race that I know Kessler will want to get to, and some other good stuff on his list as well. Don't go away.
I wish the American media would take a great look at the views of the people in Congress and find out, are they pro-America or anti-America?
Pat Kessler. Because people have got to know whether or not their president's a crook. Well, I'm not a crook.
I can't trust Obama. He's an Arab.
Pat Kessler.
Tear down this wall.
I did nothing wrong at the Minneapolis airport.
Senator, you're no Jack Kennedy.
Pat Kessler.
And now, to help Dan break down all the tough questions in politics, it's our own
Pat Kessler.
Political Wonk.
I feel like a supermodel, except like times 10.
It's Channel 4's
Pat Kessler
with Dan Barreiro on the Fan.
Pat Kessler, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, you are popular.
Come one, come all.
You are popular.
From all over the fair.
Sincerity at its most epic. No one pretends to be to the degree that Pat Kessler has done on TV for decades.
It's the secret to my success.
It is. God bless
Once you can fake sincerity, you got it made.
you. You do have it made.
I love all of you. What a great-looking audience.
Yes. How many near fights have you gotten into since you've made the state fairgrounds?
Why do we have to do this?
No, you tell me.
Well, at least one. So I ended up at a bar. I mean,
What?
I mean the green room.
Oh,
For prep before this show.
okay.
The Frontier Bar. Now, a lot of cops there. Now, I work with cops all the time. So I went there for a little protection. But there is a new Pat Kessler. I'm not going to be,
You're not a pushover anymore.
No, I'm a lover, not a fighter.
Oh.
That's what I am.
Well, that's what you've been. But
Tell that to guy in Milwaukee.
Right now, I'd say you're more of a fighter.
Well, the deal is
Tell that to Costco guy.
How often do you get challenged a day now?
Oh, well, several times, I'm not going to lie. People come up to me, you want to fight? I did actually get one of those yesterday and today.
Where at? Grocery store?
No, someone texted me and another guy on the street. Somebody here, too.
Somebody here?
So I was wandering aimlessly through rural Wisconsin.
Yes.
And I stumbled into a bar in a tiny little town. I'm not making this up. And there was a folk singer and his wife, some kid from Missouri.
Okay.
And he's very John Prine-like, and he is singing songs and stuff, but he has started a club. Now, you know the Fight Club, everybody, right?
Yeah.
What's the rule of the Fight Club?
You don't talk about it.
Don't talk about the Fight Club. This is called the Kissing Club.
Oh, boy.
Kissing Club? What
No,
the
it's
hell
all
is
true.
this?
And the motto of the Kissing Club is this. Here it is. Here's a T-shirt. It says, cuss less, kiss more. Don't we agree with that? Am I wrong?
And that's profound.
Is it pretty profound?
Yeah.
Are you going to send that to the vice president of the Minneapolis City Council?
Wow.
I mean, it's an idea.
You know, we really should. I would like to give this to somebody in the audience, if I'm allowed.
Absolutely.
Am I allowed?
100%, yeah.
Do they have to
kiss
beat
less,
you in a
cuss
fight?
more. And but you're going to have to fight me first. We'll do it right here. Wouldn't that be great? No. So if anybody can tell me in the next hour who I was talking to when I said I lost myself in his eyes.
Oh, that's a good quiz question.
You know?
Yeah.
If anybody knows
I said this on this show.
On the air, yeah.
I interviewed someone. I'll give you a hint. I interviewed somebody, very prominent politician, and very handsome. And I said to Dan after I interviewed the guy, I said, "Man, oh man, I lost myself in his eyes."
Yeah, I think we all know who that is.
Yeah, so we'll there you go with that.
Somebody in the audience.
So maybe
that's good trivia.
Just maybe we need to send that to the city council member in Minneapolis.
Yeah.
I'm not,
you send notes every day or every week, and I didn't know this. This must be breaking news. You're saying that said city council member today was captured shouting, "Bleep the state fair, bleep the giant slide, and bleep the DNR fish pond." Is that true?
Who would say that? Who would say that?
Well, actually,
it's a bit.
Actually, she didn't say that.
It's a bit.
But
she did say, this is a council member, Chugtai, who said that F. Jacob Fry,
right,
bleep
Trump,
bleep Trump,
and then bleep fascism,
bleep fascism,
and then Trump. Yeah.
I thought we were all supposed to be loving each other now.
I don't think
particularly
that's true.
we've had a rough summer here.
Yes, we have. You're right.
Really tough one. We're all supposed to be different now. We're supposed to be more civil to one another.
You didn't believe that, did you?
Well, I did.
Yeah.
Till I heard all this.
Well,
I heard bleep the state fair.
What's the rumpus now? The breaking news today, earlier today, the state DFL now saying that mayoral endorsement is done. We are rejecting it, correct?
Yeah, let's talk about this. The Minnesota DFL party, the state DFL party, is going to revoke the endorsement of State Senator Omar Fateh, who beat Jacob Fry.
Or did he?
Or
That's the drama.
So this they're going to revoke this. This is a pretty dramatic moves from the state DFL party. There were so many things wrong with the endorsement and the endorsing convention that day. The little things like there's 1,200 votes, 1,200 delegates, but the first ballot, which takes 7 hours, there's only 500 votes. Things like that.
Here's the thing, though. If you're spending $70 on a pastrami sandwich, it might take a little longer.
Remember that one?
The $70 pastrami.
So I still don't know. Do you know about do all of you folks here at the State Fair know about the $70 pastrami sandwich? Anybody have it? Anybody go and have? A good reporter would have been down there and taken a picture at least. So they actually had to subsidize it, which is, I guess, what... sometimes Democratic Socialists do. Why did I say that?
Why would you say that? But I assume this is not going to be well received on the other end. So is this going to get ugly?
No, it's going to get very, very ugly.
Yeah,
the DFL said it's vacating the mayoral endorsement because of major failures in the convention process. Now, according to the Star Tribune, and I'm reading from it here.
You know what they needed? Paper ballots.
How about? Well, you know what they
Trump
did.
Said.
Okay, we're going to talk about that someday.
All right.
So what they did by the end, it was so messed up with the electronic voting.
Is this my pen or yours?
That's mine.
Oh, okay.
Let's see what it says here.
Yeah, that's yours.
Yeah, that's mine. What? You're going to take my pen?
No, it's a nice pen.
Give me a T-shirt. Take a pen.
That's fine.
They were waving their badges, and that's how they voted by the end of the night. Okay, everybody wave your badge.
That doesn't seem real scientific.
So there is going to be some fallout from this. Omar Fateh's campaign said the decision is disenfranchising thousands of Minneapolis caucus goers. Reactions are split on the city council.
Yep.
You've got the far left. You've got the left wing and then the far left. So the left hand doesn't know what the far left hand is doing.
That's it, basically.
That's about what it is.
Well, the comeback, I'm sure.
Jacob Fry is suddenly a moderate.
Yeah.
How did this happen?
But is it also possible it's just this is the classic case of we didn't win, so we're going to pretend that it was not scientifically done?
By the Fry campaign?
Yes.
Well, if it's not scientifically done, it's not valid.
Okay.
So
I'm just saying that's what you're going to hear from the other side. You're going to hear, you guys just couldn't handle the fact that the incumbent
you bet.
Isn't going to get the endorsement.
Now,
does the endorsement matter?
In Minneapolis, it does.
It does.
I really do believe it does. you've got a smallish city. I mean, it's the largest city in Minnesota. We know that. But it's a small city where you've got a handful of activists. And this happens in both parties on the statewide level. You've got a handful of activists who control all of the convention process. So
right.
I have heard there's probably about 70 people who can control which way different votes go because, frankly, they show up. They show up, and if you show up on a winter night or a beautiful summer Saturday, they spend all the time and they do it. So in Minneapolis, the endorsement does matter. I have never seen the state DFL party, the Democratic Party, coming down so hard as they are on this. And sure, you're going to hear the argument that, yeah, it's the establishment coming in, and, you know, the young people like Fateh, who is like Mamdani in New York, and Bernie Sanders and all of these people.
Attica, man.
Yeah.
Revolution.
So let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
So the Minneapolis DFL party is banned from having another convention for 2 years. So there's a lot of penalties here. It's just really, really messed up in the Minneapolis DFL party structure, and it sounds like to me that they're trying to get a hold of it again and figure out how to fix it.
Do you know, for the record, by the way, whether they sold out of the $70 pastrami sandwiches?
Well, you know, they were subsidized. Seriously, they were. The $70 pastrami
Well, it was going to be a sliding scale, too.
Yeah, it was a sliding. And so what are you supposed to bring your tax returns? I don't know how that works.
It's just bizarre.
But, yeah, so I imagine because the price came down quickly, I imagine they sold out. But we got to find that out.
So let's widen the scope a bit. Your guy, I know you know, because you've got a direct pipeline, and I'm hoping you'll stop pretending you don't know, and that you tonight, in front of an audience, 100,000-watt FM radio, will tell us exactly what Governor Walz is going to do. Because I know you know, and it's going to bug me if you act like you don't.
Well, I know, but I'm not going to tell you.
Oh, see, that's even worse. You're a reporter.
Just saying. Not really.
You know, sometimes you talk to people and
reporter
they tell you
emeritus.
Things, you know.
Yeah.
Let's just say this, that we are...
What, are you checking your talking points?
Well, I'm looking for
what you're allowed to say from the Walz campaign? Come on, man.
Well, I'm seeing if Governor Walz is giving me permission to say this.
Unbelievable.
Because you know how it is where I get my marching orders for 40 years.
There's no question.
On WCCO television.
Yeah, we're all aware of that.
Yeah, you know, so, and that is the thing. We are at a point where a governor should very likely be in the race if you're running for re-election. This has been, as we discussed a few minutes ago, a very, very difficult summer with murder, with assassinations, with shootings. This has reportedly really affected Governor Walz. And understandable, completely understandable. Melissa Hortman was one of his dearest friends. And as a matter of fact, at one point recently, he was trying to convince her to run for lieutenant governor, which she would never have done. So this is he's taking a lot more time and a lot more space and asking Democrats anyway to give him some grace to make this decision. But because he is still in a position where he is kind of will he or won't he, I think right now he's leaning to not running. And if that happens, then suddenly the floodgates open and you've got all the Democrats who have been waiting to run for higher office. All the Republicans are ready to jump in the race. And so this is a real question about whether Governor Walz really wants to do this. And only he can decide that after this very, very tough
So what
summer.
you're saying is basically what Trent Tucker, Double T, always tells, only time will tell Davey. That's not much of an answer. Although you did kind of say you think he's leaning to not run.
I do.
So do you?
It's very difficult to run.
Let's recklessly speculate on the basis of the possibility that he doesn't run. The name that fascinates me the most, I have heard floated a couple of times, that to me is the most fascinating name on the Democratic side by far, is Amy Klobuchar. Is there any reason to believe that Klobuchar, who obviously has great standing in the Senate, is in pretty good shape to stay there as long as she wants, says, you know what, I've conquered, I've done what I've done. There's not much more for me to do. It's been great, but let me change it up a little bit. Is there any chance in your mind you think that she would actually entertain if he walked away of running for governor on the Democratic side?
You know what? I love Amy Klobuchar. I think she's really great. She is the number one vote getter in the state of Minnesota. She has received more votes than anybody. Republicans love her. Democrats love her. She gets votes from both parties. I was very, very surprised that she did not close the door on it. She is now the number 3 Democrat in the U.S. Senate.
Yeah, that's big.
And
that's a lot to give up.
Yeah, it really is. But, how long is it going to take? She's, 65-ish years old?
Is she done running for president, do you think?
I would say yes, speculate yes.
Okay.
You can do a lot more good as governor or even as a U.S. senator. I mean, but for her to do that, to give that number 3 spot up, it's going to take 20 years for her to become Chuck Schumer, literally and physically and politically. I mean, it takes so long to move up in the Senate. She might be able to do a lot more good or direct
just
action,
a different
hands-on.
kind of influence.
Yeah. And I think she would
win,
she would be formidable because she doesn't have that kind of baggage that I think Governor Walz has a lot of baggage right now, and his it's not guaranteed that he would win a 3rd term. Absolutely not guaranteed.
Your gal on the Republican side, a representative named Kristen Robbins, she has announced she is going to run. So we've talked forever about, the Republican strategy and, how you select your candidates that give you a puncher's chance, because, frankly, I don't think the candidates lately in the gubernatorial race has even given them any chance at all. So does she represent, who is she? Does she represent someone who's considered a little less far right to the extent that she might be able to garner some more votes? What do we know about her?
She's from the western suburbs, Representative Kristen Robbins. She is a state representative, very credible candidate, somebody who has a lot of experience. Her specialty right now in the Minnesota legislature is she is the chair of the committee that investigates fraud in Minnesota government programs.
That's not a hot topic.
I mean, honest to God, that the Republicans have pushed this really hard with all of the programs that have been ripped off in the state of Minnesota. It is tremendous fraud,
considerable,
and this is going to be a major issue in the campaign. So she is that person. She is a woman of a certain age in the western suburbs, someone she was the head of the Nikki Haley campaign.
That's right.
In the state of Minnesota.
Until she wasn't.
So she was a moderate, but in this political environment, if Trump doesn't like you or the MAGA folks don't like you, you're not going to get anywhere. So funny, she scrubbed all the Nikki Haley stuff off her social media. But, she's very, very good.
Who else in the Democrat? Is Angie Craig in the mix?
So let's stick on the Republicans just for a moment, because there's a couple of really good candidates there. One is they're not candidates yet, speculation that the House Speaker, Lisa Damuth, might think about running.
Okay.
She would be a really formidable candidate. And then the other one, here's a dark horse. Your guy, Chris Mattel. He is an attorney in the state of Minnesota who has handled most recently the Ryan Lonergan state trooper case, went after Mary Moriarty, the Hennepin
He's
County
awfully
attorney.
shy and retiring, awfully shy. I don't know. You think he could step that up and get a little bit more demonstrative?
But he's an outsider coming in, and what people are just sick of everything.
Yeah,
they're sick of everybody.
Yeah,
and you come in here, he's a guy on public safety. Yeah. Goes after fraud. I mean, he also checks some of the boxes. So I think with even whatever Governor Walz decides, you're going to see a lot of movement. I think in the next couple of weeks of Republicans who want to step in, and they got to be so careful because they have not been able to field a candidate. They're fine for the MAGA folks and for the righties. But when you go a statewide race, then they tend to lose.
You need like 8 or 9 votes in the metro area.
You got to appeal to everybody. And the candidates we've just talked with, Mattel, about Damuth, and Robbins, they appeal to a wide variety of people, including independents.
Angie Craig on the Democratic side, maybe? What do you think?
No, I thought U.S. Senate.
But there have been
US
talk about whether she might switch, is what I mean. You don't think she would?
Boy, I think that would be very interesting.
Okay.
I have not heard that.
You've not heard that?
Have not heard that.
That's my sources.
Okay, you got great.
I don't have
look,
walls.
And watch what happens
on speed dial, but you know, no, I don't know it. I'm just curious because obviously that's where she's slated to go. But I've heard that's what's interesting. If I think a lot of things will scramble if Walz does make the big announcement that he's not going to run again. I think all bets are off on all sorts of possibilities at that point.
Yeah, and if he does run, he will run a pretty formidable campaign. He's got a lot of money.
Yeah,
and but it's not a shoo-in at all with him.
Capitol Security Committee met, I think, for the first time yesterday. What was the? I don't think we got a lot done. I think it was just to get the process started. So what did we learn yesterday? Where might this be headed?
Yeah, this was a Hi, How Are You meeting where you get all these people together and they talk about what might happen at the Minnesota State Capitol in order to make it safer after the terrible violence against Minnesota lawmakers. So what are you going to do about it is the big question. There are so many holes in the system that to protect lawmakers that they've got to figure out a way to do it. One of the things they're talking about is putting up metal detectors at the state capitol. Now, I came to the state fair today, and they went through my bag, you know. Maybe it's because of who I am, and looked at me, and they said,
are suspicious
Sir,
looking.
You stand over here.
Yeah,
So
the last couple weeks.
We're going to put you in the next line. So, I mean, we go to concerts. All of this stuff is fairly common. But so they're talking about searching bags, going through metal detectors. But the one thing that there's a lot of pushback on is there is strong opposition to banning guns at the Minnesota State Capitol. Right now, if you're a permitted gun holder, or gun owner, you can go in the Capitol. You can carry your gun. A lot of legislators carry guns.
You often packed heat.
There's
when
guns.
you
I
covered
did.
The state Capitol.
There's guns everywhere inside the state Capitol. Is that a proper thing? That a lot of people say it ain't. But if you've got a constitutional right, should we be doing that? That is going to be a big one that they're going to talk about. So, meanwhile, they're testing a emergency alert system, just like every time when I get a thunderstorm warning on my phone. Why can't they
sky aware?
Yeah, stay sky aware.
Yeah,
that's what Ian Leonard would say.
That's exactly what he so often says.
Yeah. If they can do that to alert you to the weather, why can't they alert legislators if there's a threat to their lives?
Well,
there's got to be a way to do it, and that's what they're talking about.
And that's one of the post-mortem discussions regarding how law enforcement handled the assassination weekend, that the system that was in place did not work as effectively as we had been led to believe at the start. That's
accurate? Absolutely true. And Ramsey County Sheriff Bob Fletcher
your guy.
He is. I love the guy. He's furious about this, and that he was not able to alert his own legislators in Ramsey County, and let's say there's 15 of them. I don't know how many. But he couldn't get their home addresses, all that stuff, until noon after all these shootings occurred, 6-7 hours later. So those are things that are very serious that I think this committee is going to have to talk about. And if money's going to be spent, if you're going to fortify the Capitol in some way, and they're already doing it. I was over at the Capitol a couple of days ago, and they have shut down many, many, many of the entrances, which used to be open.
Yeah,
I knew every sneaky way in and
probably
out.
Still do.
Yeah, I do.
I wouldn't broadcast.
But now they have people standing there like, what are you doing?
You want a piece of me, is what they're saying.
And then I'd fight them.
Then you're fighting.
Then I'd fight them.
You do. It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
All right, let's make this a top of the hour break. Let's lighten things up a little bit. Let's talk, Kessler has been to many, many grandstand concerts. We're going to find out when we come back what he classifies as his most memorable concert night over the decades at the Great Minnesota Get-Together. And we'll get into some other things with him as well. Day one from the Minnesota State Fair. It's turned into a beautiful evening. Back in just a minute right here in the Fan.
Gear up for a hilarious night when Dane Cook returns to the Island Event Center. See his legendary style of stand-up comedy live at Treasure Island Friday, October 24th. Get all the details now, TICasino.com.
Festive here as Kessler works the room at the State Fair. You gave away your shirt. Did they
Somebody won the
correctly
contest.
answer your question?
Yes. Now, the trivia question for the shirt, Cuss Less, Kiss More. The trivia question was, who was it that I interviewed? Which prominent politician did I interview where I came back just gobsmacked because of how handsome he was? And I told Barreiro and Garzi, I lost myself in his eyes as I was interviewing him. So it was that the first guest was Marco Rubio.
Oh.
You know, he's handsome enough, but he's not movie star handsome.
Little Marco?
Yeah, little.
Hey, look, come on, man.
He's not movie star handsome like Mitt Romney.
Yeah.
Mitt Romney's one handsome man.
There's no question about that.
Yeah. So congratulations.
Yeah, he was straight out of a Brooks Brothers ad.
Yeah.
I mean, always dressed nice.
No question.
I know. And yeah, thank you for playing.
Gore was the guy. Al Gore was the guy you almost got into a fist fight with.
That is the worst political experience as a reporter that I ever had.
Well, but you were asking for it.
I was, but oh my God.
Another fight?
I'm on a boat with Al Gore after he wins the Democratic presidential nomination, and he's going to see America, So we fly from Los Angeles to the Mississippi River,
right?
And we all get on a boat, all these reporters, all these national reporters, and I'm just some pipsqueak,
Yeah, right.
And I'm on it, and I'm going down the river. They won't let me off the boat. I'm going by Dubuque, and then I'm heading toward Bettendorf, Iowa, Rock Island. And I can't get off the boat to do my report. And I interview him, and it's like he could not be less interested talking to me. I mean, he didn't even pretend.
Did he ever look in your eyes?
Never once. I mean, the guy, he was, I thought, ill-equipped. I just that was the worst political experience.
I remember you saying that before
as a reporter. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then you were beaten.
I thought the Secret Service got physical with you.
No, that was Hillary, right?
With Hillary?
Yeah, that was with Hillary.
You were beaten by security with Hillary Clinton.
I was pulled away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, what'd you try to do to her?
I don't even know now.
Probably. Were you being creepy?
Yeah, right, with Hillary.
I don't know.
Right,
It's possible.
Sure.
Anything's possible in America.
Yeah, sure, you bet.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Just saying. All right, so let's tonight. Are you going to the concert tonight? Right.
What's the concert tonight? I don't
Ladies
even know.
and gentlemen, Old Dominion.
Fantastic. It's a great band.
It's not a bad university either, as I recall.
No, that's a great band.
ODU.
And how many times have they played the State Fair?
Oh, tons.
Well, here's what I'm going to tell you.
No clue.
That I suggest to you that many of the bands that I see are at national political conventions.
Yes.
And I've seen Old Dominion play, 3-4 Republican conventions.
Okay.
I mean, they show up Brooks and Dunn, Old Dominion, of course, Lee Greenwood, So I've seen all these acts. So that's a great band. Very good band.
Care to estimate how many State Fair concerts you've attended over your decades at the State Fair?
Well,
dozens?
I hope we didn't. I hope I didn't miscommunicate to you.
Oh.
What my point is that I have missed.
Oh, I see.
Many.
And you now regret that, you're saying?
Well, I do regret
What's
it.
the biggest one you've missed that you regret?
Probably Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash.
Back in the day.
Yeah, that's big.
Johnny Cash. Sammy Davis Jr. played the Minnesota State Fair.
Did he really?
Yeah, so what do you think?
With the Rat Pack or just him?
No, just him. So
Sinatra ever play the State Fair?
No.
I doubt it. Yeah.
No. No, my favorite State Fair concert, and you see the Beach Boys, I've seen Bonnie Raitt, she's awesome.
Yeah.
Favorite concert? It has to be Dolly Parton.
Really?
Yeah. And I'm a country guy, but I'm a classic rock guy mostly.
Yeah, most of
but
the time,
Dolly Parton
put on a hell of a show.
Unbelievable. She's just incredible. If you haven't seen Dolly, go see her while you can. I mean,
is she still in concert? Is she still performing?
She still does. She still does some. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So she's something.
How about
you?
In the rock? I can't even remember the last concert I've been to. I honestly can't hear. I cannot name it.
So
it's been that long.
I understand that they've set a record for the highest priced ticket at the State Fair for a concert. This 2025 State Fair.
Really?
I believe it. I think I'm right about this. $252. That's a lot.
Depending on
what is that not a lot?
Regardless of who is performing.
It's expensive. Who is it?
Well, who do you think it would be?
$252.
$252.
Well,
one of the classic rock bands, Def Leppard.
Oh yeah.
Def Leppard. Anybody going to Def Leppard?
Not tonight.
Well, we got a couple.
Got a couple people
Yeah,
going.
see?
Yeah, they're sheepish now because of how expensive it is.
I'm a big.
You didn't tell me that was $252.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Spouses turning to each other. Yeah. $252.
How much? Where are we sitting?
You don't strike me as a metalhead guy.
Well, I am. I loved Def Leppard back in the day, but I never saw them. It's okay to like certain music and not.
I thought so too.
Not
sure
go
anymore.
to the concerts, but yeah. So they have a long, great history here of music.
Well, it's not. I think by most people's standards, it's not a banner year though for the Great Minnesota Get Together.
Well, and for
I don't know
many
why that
reasons
is.
where the tours collide.
Yeah.
There's all sorts of different things. People are spent out. As I mentioned, I see so many different people at political conventions around the country that I've been seeing for 40, 50 years, and it's incredible the music you can see at these conventions. At the Republican convention in New Orleans, I saw B.B. King. B.B. King played on stage for the Republicans.
He wasn't lip syncing?
It was awesome, man. He was awesome. He was sitting in a folding chair. He was not standing at that point because of his diabetes. But he gets up with The Thrill Is Gone.
Yeah.
And when it suddenly stands up, the solo stands up and kicks the chair. Boom!
Out of there, and then he goes.
Yeah, and then he goes. So
That's
Chaka
impressive.
Khan, there's great music
Now
at the
she's
convention.
considered yacht soul.
That is crazy.
That's what I think too. I think it's a disparaging term.
So
why do we have to package? Why do we have to put people in these packages anyway? In these different categories? Why can't they just be vocalists and musicians?
You can't search for that on the iHeartRadio app.
You can't?
If you want to put a
search
playlist.
on the
Do you
name.
have to go yacht rock?
Why
to
not
look
search the
something up?
damn name?
Oh, it helps you. They put it together.
Name if I want to hear Chaka Khan, put her name in.
I was listening to the show a couple of days ago. One of the rare times that I listened.
It is rare, especially now.
And you're talking about yacht rock and yacht soul.
Yacht soul, I didn't know
was
existed.
going crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like, what are you talking about? And this is where back in the day, Philly soul, which is something that I've always loved.
Yeah.
At the Republican convention in 2000, I saw the Delphonics. They played a little set at the Republican convention, and
that's big.
Harold and the Blue Notes.
Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes.
Yeah, I mean,
You've also seen great music at the Super Bowl that you've told us about.
Oh yeah, so have I told you that?
Yeah,
I had
that did
great
come up.
seats at the Super Bowl.
Yeah, unbelievable seats.
Rihanna was great.
As a +1.
Calm down.
She was awesome.
God, it's embarrassing.
And she brought us, so Rihanna at the Super Bowl. No big deal, everybody. I was at the Super Bowl halftime show, and pretty close, about like here. And Rihanna is lifted up, and she was a tremendous performer. But everybody was all worked up because Rihanna, there was going to be a special guest of Rihanna at this, and we didn't know who it would be.
By the way,
is it going to be Beyonce? Let me just say this. So we find out as she's going, the special guest was the little baby in her tummy.
Oh, that's right.
She was pregnant.
She did
How
it pregnant.
precious is
That's
that?
right.
It was so great.
That's
I forgot about it. And you were there.
For all this, and I was there to witness it.
And you cheered it.
I did.
I'd have booed it.
No, I cheered it.
Happy for
Absolutely.
the special guest. Nobody cares.
Yeah, it was great.
So is the Liney Lodge no more? Now it's just called the Band Shell. Is that true? AI claims the Liney Lodge has lost its corporate sponsorship because some of my best concerts are the Liney Lodge, which are free. Joan Osborne there. The Spinners played there.
Osborne?
Joan Osborne was at the Liney Lodge.
So I just.
knocked off the air. Is that right, guys?
We should have paused and thought of it and told like a great punchline, like we just told a great story.
This is so unbelievable.
We drop every year at the fair.
We'll never be able to recapture the brilliance of that moment.
And they made the field goal.
Yeah. That's it.
Record
How long were we out? Blakemore, how long were we out?
Probably like a minute and change.
Oh,
maybe
not
more.
That much. Okay,
Looked like our thing.
Are you just saying that to make me feel better?
Looked like it just reset itself.
Okay, fair enough. That'll work.
It's been on all day. Sometimes that happens.
Well, that's it. I mean, you'll never get that time. So if people podcast,
I know,
between 6 and 6:30, will they get us talking, or will they get us off the air?
They will get us off the air.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
And the intermission music, and then
we'll never get it back.
No.
We will never get that moment back.
Everybody in the Meshbesher and Spence bleachers got an exclusive 90 seconds with Kessler and Barreiro. That's why you come out to the fair.
And so we need more people here just for that.
In case it drops.
Yeah.
And last year with Andrew Zimmern, we lost power.
Yeah, right when he was ripping the fair.
It was
not ripping the fair, ripping management. So
we should probably pause.
We'll never get that back, though. That's unfortunate. But according to the audience, they lost themselves in our eyes.
Wow, that I'm very skeptical.
Or something like that.
Let's just say that.
All right, let's wrap up. I got a great John Bream text that he just sent to me regarding our yacht rock discussion. We'll get to that, review our first day at the fair, and remind you what we have coming up on a shortened program tomorrow. Stay tuned.
It's the Bumper to Bumper Show Wrap.
All right, we are wrapping things up. We don't want to hold Kessler up from getting to his 6:30 bus.
I got a bus to catch.
So we'll say thank you to Kessler. How about a round of applause for Pat Kessler? Is this your only fair appearance?
Oh, no.
You're back next week?
No, I've got...
with us,
I'll be back next week.
Oh, good.
And I'll be also wandering the fair, and you can find me at the Frontier Bar frequently.
I believe all of that, actually.
Yeah.
The Frontier Bar looks cool.
It is. It's really cool.
Is that the photo you took today?
Cops in there, yeah.
Oh, it's a nice look, yeah.
Yeah,
very nice.
it's great.
Thanks, Cassie.
We'll preview the Gopher game
a
week from Thursday, next Wednesday.
That's right.
Coming out.
I cannot wait, and we're very excited.
Are you gonna be running on the field with the players?
Tunnel team?
Tunnel deal?
We haven't decided yet.
Haven't decided yet?
Yeah,
I don't think it's your decision.
Well, I know. I don't know. I haven't looked yet. Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Cassie.
All right, guys.
Now you can go. Pat Kessler, ladies and gentlemen. Two dogs from the Monte Creason Traveling Reptile Show, joined as is customary on the first day.
Don't forget your shirt from last year.
That was at 3:30. And by the way, so that was being live streamed. So does that mean the video is saved? Can people go back and watch?
Should be able to, yeah.
Okay.
On any KFAN social or on our YouTube channel.
Was outstanding on that. And then a good conversation with Star Tribune music critic John Bream, who's wrapping up. Now, Set 1 will be 50 years at the Star Tribune. And Bream just texted me as we were talking about Old Dominion.
Mm-hmm.
Here's what he wrote. Old Dominion is yacht country.
Oh.
Their encore is usually, I was on a boat that day. So I think Bream agrees it's kind of a disparity. So I think it's a little bit of a cheap shot at Old Dominion.
Yeah, you guys are very dismissive of the yacht
country.
Yeah.
And I assume there probably is designation because there's yacht everything else. Yacht jazz in the old days would have been called, I think, smooth jazz.
Probably.
Now apparently it's yacht jazz.
Yeah.
Although I'm not sure that has taken off the way that yacht rock and yacht soul have.
Right. Yacht rock is the leader in the clubhouse.
Tomorrow is a 2-hour show because we've got the Vikings' final preseason game from Nashville. They don't say Nashville. Nashville, Tennessee.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Well, locals.
Got it.
Now, Nashville's one of those towns that's gotten big enough.
I was going to say,
a lot out of town.
they don't have locals anymore.
But within town, it'd be Nashville. And that game starts at 7, which means the pregame show starts at 5, which means we only have a 2-hour show tomorrow. But two outstanding guests, starting with Lori Fisher from Fox 9 at 3:30.
Mm-hmm.
And then...
I'm already nervous for her.
I am too, actually.
She's going to try too hard.
What I'm worried about is whether she's going to try to drink too much to take the edge off, and then she's going to really say stuff she's going to regret.
Yeah, that might actually loosen her up.
Well, it could. That's true. Maybe it's the other way to go.
Calm her down a little bit.
Yeah, you're right. And then our old friend Andrew Zimmern, always a staple with us at the State Fair, always a great guest. He was so good last year that in ripping some aspects to the State Fair bureaucracy, that we got knocked off the
He
air.
caused a power outage.
Funny at that moment. And a lot of people actually wondered whether somebody pulled the plug on.
Yeah, I think he did too.
Conspiracy theorists were out in full bloom on that occasion. So Andrew Zimmern tomorrow and Lori Fisher, and then a cavalcade of outstanding guests in our second week, right? A lot of the regulars.
Yeah.
A lot of...
We've got a great fair
Did we
lineup.
ever get anywhere with the Wolves, or do I have to text Conley again?
I would text Conley.
I'll text Conley, because your guy, is the head coach, is confirmed with PA.
Oh, is he?
So we got to get it going.
There we go.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for coming to see us today. Fan on Demand in the air?
Fan Outdoors should be coming up
Thursday.
next.
Yeah,
It's
that's right.
Thursday.
Fan Outdoors. Thursday.
It should be pulling up.
My
right
bad.
now.
I apologize. That was wrong of me to say. There's no more controversial show on the Fan day in, day out than the Fan Outdoors. We'll be back here tomorrow beginning at 3.